McKenzie in Charleston, South Carolina. See more better, your neighbor to the north. Here in North Carolina at freeprescriptionlenses.com. But call me Mo Better, because I'm going to have you seeing Mo Better, looking Mo Better. And I'm going to show everyone else how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut polarized brown prescription lenses for your RayBan 3016, which is the Clubmaster 51 eye size, and the color is W0366, which is the classic tortoise. I'm going to take everything out of the original packaging as RayBan sends it to me, your Italian leather RayBan case. Oop, your little G15 sticker fell off. Of course, your RayBan cleaning cloth with junk mail. And of course, this just peeled off, but this is your G15 sticker. It just doesn't want to be on there. And of course, every frame comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together while it is being shipped from overseas. And I'm going to put it on there when I ship to you. And of course, this is the, come here, little flashlight, the RayBan 3016 Clubmaster, color W0366. The 51 eye size has a 21mm bridge and a 145 temple length. So let me begin. I'm going to pop out the original demo lenses, of which I will need a Phillips head screwdriver. Look, I got a spectator today. All right, buddy, you stay safe down there. I'll make sure not to step on you. I'm going to take my Phillips head screwdriver, do a little bit of lefty-loosey. Go ahead and put that in there. Lefty-loosey. Righty-tighty. And now I can begin tracing your frame. I'm going to put it into, I don't know where that spider is. I have a wide stance today. But put it into the tracing element of my blocker. But first I want to program the shape into the computer, your Secret Agent 1682, which I like because my number growing up at my parents' house started off as 682. So I like that number. But so years from now, should you ever need new lenses for this frame, I can pull this number up in the database and cut new lenses and send them right to you. I'm going to hit the start button. Little stylus is going to pop up and go around and trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic RayBan frame, and you will receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase. So in just a moment, that will pop up on the screen. Come on, pop for me, pop, pop. It's acting a little slow today. Your pupillary distance for the right eye is 30. Well, I gotta move it on to the next screen. The computer starts at 32.5, so I'm gonna tap the minus button a few times till we get to 30. I do want to raise the optical center up 2 millimeters to 24. I'm gonna go 2 above, and we're gonna cut at 24 high. And let's see, I gotta get your lenses prep. One of your lenses, these are not marked right or left, so I'm gonna have to guess minus 75 at 2. Put the axis wheel on 2. Power drum is on 0. Let me put it on minus 75. Put it in, and we'll see if, let's see, both your lenses start with minus 75, so I'm gonna have to check based on your astigmatism correction. The final power is 150, so yeah, that's got to be the right eye. I'm gonna put 3 dots on your lenses, and we can go ahead and label this one the right. Let's do the same thing now for the left. Got to turn the axis wheel to 170. Put the power drum back on minus 75. Put the lens in. And if all goes well, we will have a final power of minus 175. And we do. So this is the left lens. I had a 50-50 chance of getting it right. Remember, half the time, that works every time. Let's label this one the left lens. And if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. Oh, you moan, but you'll be telling tomorrow. I get it in my emails. People love saying that joke. They want to recap what they are ordering from me. So, I don't need that anymore. I don't need you, frame. I'm done with you. I'm so done with you. But I need this. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, yes, I do. Wait. Pay attention, pay attention. Look, I've got them right here. This is a block. I need to attach this to your lens before I get going. I like to call them Jenny from the block. So I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got 2 right here. I'm going to put one on the first one, do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Now on the back of that silver button is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice today. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. Get everything lined up. Those 3 black dots that I put on there. The lenses come in, polarized lenses come in with yellow paint on there, which I don't know why, but they do. But the way you can tell if a lens is polarized, you hear the term polar opposites. The same way you can skip with the way that light, let me hit rewind. The way that light reflects off of water, you can, it's going to be one of those days. The same way you can skip stone off of water, light does the same thing. It hits a flat surface and reflects back up on the horizontal plane. So if you take 2 lenses and put them together, you will still see light through them. But you hear the term polar opposites. If you turn one 90 degrees, it will go pitch black and block the light from coming through. Same meridian, opposite meridian. That's how you can tell if lenses are polarized. So I'll put that one on there. Let me make sure that's the right one. Oh, it's going to be one of those days. Oh, look, I've already got that on there. Focus. I was up at 4:30 this morning. I wanted to get some gardening done before coming into work. It is 10/18, Saturday, June 1st, 68 degrees in my hometown. Here in North Kakalaki, McKenzie's in South Kakalaki. Got everything lined up the way it should be. Hit this button, the arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right. Just like me. Nothing's coming easy today. Line up the magnet. Pupillary distance for the left eye, 30.5. So I'm going to tap the plus button 1 time. Get everything lined up. Actually, let me make sure. Yeah, okay. There's an extra little dot on there. Extra dot, you be gone. Always like to make sure the lens is large enough, and it is. And hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. All the while making sure to give the spider a wide berth so nothing happens to him. That's the left. This is the right. Let's wake up the computer. Job 1682. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic, or Trivex, I would select that, but we're going to stick with polycarbonate. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens. And here's something else. I'm not even going to put a safety bevel on the back concave surface of the lens. No safety bevels at all. And I'll show you why in a few minutes. But I'm going to press that block on there firmly. Now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck. Or by now, you know I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Jock. I just don't know any other jokes either. So I hit the green arrow, which is start. The door closes. It needs to be cleaned a little bit. And then the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. You can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the right side. And then the old carpenter saying, oh, you're not doing it because of the safety bevel. Okay, all right. So the light you see flickering in the background is water. That's there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens for the cutting cycle. Now it will spray on there for the last 20 seconds just to wash away any optical debris, but plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex lenses have water spraying on the lens the whole time. But your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They're virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lenses. It's also the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. It's also the same lens material that OSHA requires that all safety glasses be made out. Now these are not safety glasses. They will not have the OSHA safety logo on the lens, but it is the same material. And speaking of protection, it has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every few hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun there in Charleston, South Carolina. I've been to Charleston once. I went one weekend in spring. Actually, it was about this time, late May, and it was that first really hot weekend of the year that got into the 90s, and it was sweltering. But of course, it doesn't matter where you're at. The first hot weekend of the year just seems hot. But it was cute. My wife and I rode around that little buggy cart where some college student pedaled us around to all the historic sites. Cool town, great food. Can't go wrong with that. So no safety bevel this time. We're done. Now I'm going to open the door with my mind. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I just have to stare at it for a couple hours. But down there in Charleston, I can melt it faster with my mind. So the reason why I don't put a safety bevel on the back side of sunglasses is that it can cause a white ring. So what I'm going to do is come over here to my hand stone and just very lightly put one on there, much lighter than the computer generated one would. And of course, I'm literally just melting those rough edges on your lenses. I'm going to use my thumbnail to take that optical sawdust off. Drop that in the trash can. We're going to come over here. I can't see that spider. I hope he's okay. Spiders are good luck. So we're going to come over here, grab my Phillips head screwdriver, do a little bit of lefty-loosey. Now, Mackenzie, years from now, if you ever need new lenses, grab a baking dish, put a paper towel, or in this purpose I can use this, but use a baking towel or a t-shirt, just because that's going to provide a soft surface. If your screw falls out and hits something hard, it's going to bounce on the floor and a spider will eat it. So you don't want to be crawling around on the floor. So I do this now. I don't take it out all the way. Remember, your lenses now and in the future will be unbreakable. So you just need a little bit of a gap for the frame to open. And I tuck it in at the outside corner, push around at the edges, and it snaps right in. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the righty-tighty. And I always try, when I'm unscrewing and putting it back in, I try and have the frame this way so that I'm not tightening that way where the screw, using gravity, can come out. Tighten everything down. That's in there good. So now let's go ahead and start cutting the left lens. Flip that over to L. Put the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, the Mackenzie. Hit the green start button just like before. The door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by the two white styluses, making sure it's large enough to fit into the left side of the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the left side. And it's now going to drop down on the cutting wheel. I'm going to go ahead and do an inspection of the right lens while it is cutting. Take this block off, use my hand approved drying method, use the back of my hand drying method, throw that back in the bin, add to my sticker collection. We're going to come down here to the lensometer, spin the fine tune knob to 002, put it in over that black dot, read the power, and I'm getting lost. Where's my flash? There it is. I'm getting minus 75, going away from 0 into the red. Minus a quarter, minus 50, minus 75, 1. I'm one tick mark away from 1. That's because the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter. And you have 3 steps of far-sighted correction. You are nearsighted. With your glasses off, everything is much too large. That's why there's a minus sign. Your lenses will minify down to the correct size. Now you have 3 steps of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. So we're going to check that. It's a second curvature. You have a spherical curve and astigmatic curve, and it's how you line those 2 curves up to make everything nice and crisp. And we're going to turn that fine tune knob to 002, which we are at. Let's check the second curve on the lens, and we are getting minus 150, exactly halfway between 1 and 2. That's because you add 2 like signs together, or using today's terminology, if someone borrowed 75 cents from you, then they borrowed another 75 cents, they would owe you $1.50, and that's where we're at, 150 in the red. Now your left eye, same amount of far-sighted correction, but you need 1 extra correction for astigmatism, so you're at a full diopter there, and we're going to end up with a final power of minus 175 at the 170th meridian. Now this last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180. These first 2 numbers are real values to be concerned with. Now the RayBan 3016 Clubmaster sells for $150. There's a discrepancy on the website where the lenses add $150 to $149.99 to the frame. It should only be $119.99. So anyone out there who wants single vision polarized lenses with their frames, you should only pay $119.99 for a total of $279.99. Anyone who she went ahead and paid and it ended up being $299.99, so I credit her $20 back to her PayPal account until I can get the pricing fixed on the website. Don't you worry, people. You're going to pay the right amount, even if someone who has not got my website right. And who would that be? Yeah, so I can only be so angry with her because she is the love of my life, and she's my mentor and tormentor at the same time. But she's going to get it fixed, don't you worry. So you got me as a backup. First line of defense, my wife, and then you got me. So let's do a light safety bevel on the back of the lens. What that does is it just smooths off any rough edges left over from the cutting surface. Should any portion of this lens come in contact with the cheek, I want it to be nice and smooth. So, where'd your frame go? Oh, it's down here. So we're going to take the lens, we're going to come down here, make sure we're not stepping on the spider, reach across out here. No, I'll come a little closer. It was a cute little spider, wasn't it? He's got a chance. I'm not going to cut him down in the prime of his life. Live and let live. So again, I did not take the screw all the way out. You can see a little gap there now. It's just enough to tuck the lens in, and I always start at the outside corners first, push down the nose, then the bottom. That snaps in there. Do a little bit of righty-tighty. That's good. And the reason why I don't put the safety bevel on the front of the lens is that it's enclosed inside this metal rim and there's no sharp edges, and that's not going to come in contact with your face anyway, unless something terrible has gone wrong. Again, dry that off, throw that in there, put the sticker on my sticker collection, turn the axis wheel to 170. Hopefully you can see 170 there. Put it in over that black dot. Read the power. I am getting -75, one tick mark away from 1. Now you have -75, you have another 1 full diopter of astigmatism correction. When I see the second curve, we're at -175, one tick mark away from 2. So that is cut perfectly. Your pupillary distance is 30 for the right eye, 30.5 for the left, for a total of 60.5. So I'm going to turn the card around, and let me darken that so those of you who can see at home. Say it with me. If you guys missed any of that, let me. That's right. Shout it out loud. Let them hear you outside. So, place. Actually, you can probably see it on sunglass lenses better if I do this. So I'm going to place the PD stick against my thumb. And then we look on the left lens. We're getting 60.5. So that is cut perfectly. Again, I'm trying to take care of the spider. But this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned that this purchase is not only tax-free, but also includes free shipping anywhere in the U.S. But when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And I'm part of that 80%, and I'll show you in just a minute. But because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set it on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, when I take mine off and press down, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. So I'm wearing a RayBan sunglass. I'm wearing the RayBan 2132 new Wayfarer that I've removed the sunglass lenses and put in my clear prescription lenses. Now I've transitioned, so when I go outside, they look like this, but indoors they are clear. Speaking of clear, let me put mine back on so I can see clear. Flip this over, press down, there is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly. They do, and that neither temple is askew like that. Check the tension on each hinge, so that's uniform, and it is. So I send out a selfie request in every package. Mackenzie, I would love to have you rocking these things. I also send out cleaning instructions, not only on how to care for your frame and lenses, but on the cleaning cloth that I provide, as well as your RayBan cleaning cloth, and for your case, so it too will last you for years. So when you get these in the mail and you see a wrinkle in your cloth, I field test every cleaning cloth to make sure that it works. So if there's a wrinkle in there, you know that it works. So if you've liked what you've seen, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com. On Twitter as freerxlenses. If you have any questions or comments, you can email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com directly, or simply click the Contact Me button on the website. You can also leave a question or comment in the comments section below. So Mackenzie in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina, home of the shrimp and grits. Thank you for your purchase of the RayBan 3016 Clubmaster, color W0366 in the 51 eye size. Now this frame also comes in with polarized brown lenses. This frame also comes in two sizes, the 49 and the 51. It also comes in about 7 or 8 colors. This is the classic tortoise and gold. There is a black and gold, which is W0365, as well as a red Havana, blue Havana, I think a green Havana, but there's some really nice color combinations available with this frame. If there's one out there you want that I don't have on my website, which is very possible, again, just email me or message me and I'll make it happen. But thanks again for your purchase. Thanks for watching. And hopefully now everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses.